Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Rayhan Racha Wicaksana, and in this occasion, I will be explaining to you about part of speech and a diagram. So, uh, we are going to start at the first discussion, which is part of speech. So, what is a part of speech? The term type of speech or usually refers to a part of speech are grammatical categories used to classify words based on their function within a sentence. So basically, a part of speech explain about the word and classify them based on their function inside of a sentence. So next we are going to move along with the types of part of speech. Next, okay, this is the main part of speech. This is types or the classification, as you can say. The first one is nouns, or for example, cat, dog, were all part. So basically, a noun itself, it is kind of subject of the sentence itself. For example, the sentence is about the cat is eating. Now, the cat, the word cat count as noun in that sentence. Same as we can see in here, I choose Ronald, or basically a name of a person or a name of a place in the first word of a sentence. It is a noun. For example, we have park and we have Ronald. You can differentiate, like for example, a Billy or a Bob. It still count as a noun. So the next one is pronouns. I, you, they, we, she, it, for example. So this is maybe you guys probably hear this a lot because what's your pronoun? I mean, in this century, we have like, what is your pronoun? I'm he, him, for example, like that. So basically, if you take a sample from a sentence like she ran track yesterday. So the word she count as a pronoun, which means a girl or a person who is a woman, who is identified as a woman. So the next one is verb, which mean like a verb, like to eat, run, drink, speak, or etc. For example, we make a sentence about Mr. Brown, like eat salad every day. The word eat, it is count as a verb, and we also have different kind of verbs based on the sentence. We have the verb one, verb two, and also verb three. So the next one is adjective, which was small, huge, tiny, big, and hard, etc. So basically, adjective is a part of speech that explain about the condition or the like. Uh, if you see something that is huge, that is big, that's count as adjective. For example, the car, the car is really huge. So the word huge is count as adjective. The next one is the verbs, which was calmly, quickly, and hardly. This is for example, if you take she works on the exam very calmly, or she works on the exam very quickly. That's count the word quickly and calmly count as adverbs. So the next one is preposition, which was pair of speech that explain about the position of a place of a position of something. Like, for example, that book was under the table. The word under means the preposition. Yeah, count as preposition in that sentence. The next one is conjunctions and but and because and basically conjunction itself is a word used to connect a sentence into another sentence, or you can add a word used to connect a word into another word. Like for example, he likes to drink tea and coffee. The word and count as conjunction itself. So the next one is interjection. It's like first like from some kind of like phrase or like uh, wow, ow, and ouch. It is like to put expression to expression parts of speech. So it is very important we learn this. We learn the part of speech because in the next slide and in the next discussion we will be discussing about tree diagram. A tree diagram, also called a phrase structure tree, is a visual representation of structure of sentence according to the rules of procedure knowledge. So basically, we have to learn and we have to know, and also we have to understand part of speech first. Because in order to understand the tree diagram, we have to understand what words or which words is count as noun or what word count as verb. So in order to in order to understand that about the tree diagram, we have to understand the part of speech first. Because that's why I I explain about the part of speech first. So we move to the second part, which was to analyze a sentence and make a tree diagram for it. So let's go. So this is the part two. The first sentence is the book was borrowed, but was recommended by a professor has been borrowed. The book that was recommended by the professor has been borrowed by several students. So the first one we have S, which means a sentence. And in this sentence, we divided two into a noun phrase and a verb phrase. So in the noun phrase, we divided that into that another noun phrase because in that noun phrase, we have a determiner, the determiner, and a noun itself. So as before, so determiner is like for the word the or the word so it's to indicate something. And this next one is the book, which means the word the is determiner and the word book is the noun itself. So from above, from the noun phrase, we have adjective phrase. So inside of adjective phrase, we can divide it by we divide it by the determiner, then from the word that, and we have a verb phrase itself, a different type of a different another verb phrase in that sentence, which we can extract it again into a verb, which was a was, since we knew that since it was in the past, and we have adjective, which was a recommended. So in the first noun phrase, we also have a prepositional phrase, which was a phrase that indicates location of something. So in the prepositional phrase, we can divide that into into the prepositional or the prep by the word by, and another noun phrase, and that noun phrase we can also divide into a determiner and from the word the and the noun and from the word professor. So in here we have a noun phrase, which is the book that was recommended by the professor. That this is the noun phrase, and we have also the verb phrase, which we can divide by two into the verb phrase and the prepositional phrase. And from the verb phrase, we can divide it into the auxiliary, which was a has, another verb, which was word been, and another adjective, which word is borrowed. And for the last prepositional phrase, same as before, we divided by two into the prepositional with the word by and another noun phrase, and this time it was an adjective by the word several and another noun by the word student. So basically, the noun phrase is that the book was recommended by the professor, and the verb phrase is that has been borrowed by several students. So this is the first one. So moving on into the next one is the sentence. Although the match was delayed due to rain, the player continued their warm-up routine. So, so we have here another sentence. Since this is a two sentence, this we have a comma in here. So that the main sentence can be divided into another sentence. So we have the first one here. The first sentence is although the match was delayed due to rain. So the first sentence can be divided into the first one is conjunction. You can put the conjunction in front of the word in front of the sentence. And the second one is noun phrase, which we can indicate by another determiner, the word the, and another noun, which was in this occasion match, the word match. And the second one is we have a verb phrase, which divided into another verb phrase and a prepositional phrase. So the verb phrase can be divided into two. The first one is a verb, which was the word was, and the second one is adjective, which was delayed. So in this prepositional phrase, we have another adjective phrase and a noun. Right? The adjective phrase also can be divided into an an adverb, which was the do, and also the word and also the prepositional in the word to, and we have another noun which was a rate. So this is the first sentence, uh, which was although the match was delayed due to rain. So we're moving on into the next sentence, which was the player continued their warm-up routine. So in the second sentence, we can divide it into a two, which was the first is noun phrase, which we can know by the indicating the word the determiner, which is the word the, and a noun, which was players. So and then we move on into the verb phrase, which was the first one. We also can divide it by a two. The first one is the verb itself, which was continued, and another noun phrase that have three noun in it, the and which was the word there, warm up, and also routine. So this is pretty unique because instead of the main sentence, it can be divided into another two sentence. So moving on, the third one is the new regulation were announced by the government after the economy showed sign of instability. So in this sentence, we do as usual, divided into a noun phrase and a verb phrase. So the noun phrase is the determiner with the word the, and we have an adjective here, which was a new, and and a noun itself, which was the regulation. So the next one is a verb phrase, which we divide it into another verb phrase and another prepositional phrase. Well, we will be starting at the verb phrase first. We have the verb itself with the word were, and also an adjective with the word announced. So we're moving on into the prepositional phrase. In this prepositional phrase, this prepositional phrase can be divided into another two prepositional phrase. So the first one is we have a prepositional, the first prepositional phrase. We have a prepositional with the word by, and another noun phrase that we also can be divided into a determiner, the word the, and the noun in the word government. So in another prepositional phrase, we have another preposition, which was the word after, and we have another sentence. So basically, we can divide a prepositional phrase into a sentence. So in this sentence, we do as usual. We divide it into a noun phrase and a verb phrase. So in the noun phrase, we have a determiner and the noun is economy. And in the verb phrase, we have a verb which was a word showed, and another noun phrase that uh, that have a noun. The first noun is a word sign. The second one is a preposition, which of with the word of, and another noun with the word instability. So we are moving into the next one. The first one is the man who was arrested last night has been hiding in the abandoned warehouse for weeks. So same as usual, we divided sentence into a noun phrase and a verb phrase. In the noun phrase, we have another noun phrase, which was a determiner and the noun itself, which was the word man, and another sentence so that we can divide it into another noun phrase and another verb phrase, which was a noun phrase is a who, the word who, and in the verb phrase we divided into a verb phrase, another verb phrase, and adjective phrase. And then in that verb phrase, we divided it into a verb which was the word was and also adjective by the word arrested. So basically, the verb phrase is a verb itself that count as two words. Like for example, this was arrested. So the verb is was and the adjective is arrested. So and then we have a adverb phrase which have an adjective and a noun phrase. The adjective is a last and the noun is a night. So we're moving on into the verb phrase, the main verb phrase, as we can see. In here, we divided the verb phrase into another verb phrase and a prepositional phrase. So in this verb phrase, we have an auxiliary which has an head, a verb, which is the word been, and also an adjective, which is the word hiding. So in this prepositional phrase, we divide it into another two prepositional phrase. And the first prepositional phrase is a prepositional itself, which was the word in, and we have a noun phrase, another noun phrase, which have a determiner, the word the, and also we have an adjective, which was the word abandon, and also we have the noun itself, which was the word warehouse. And the final prepositional phrase, we have another preposition, of course, by the word, which is the word for, and the noun itself, the noun, by the word weeks. So this is the fourth one. So we're moving into the final one. The final one is the big girl saw Eliezer with a lovable panda lizardly. So we have to point it out that Eliezer itself is a name of a person or maybe something. So as usual, we divided the sentence into a noun phrase and also the verb phrase. So the noun phrase, we have a determiner by the word the, and adjective by the word be, and also the noun itself by the word go. So moving on into the verb phrase, we have a verb itself, which was a word saw, the noun, as we know, because it have a capital in the front, which indicates it is a name of something. So it counts as a noun and also a prepositional phrase that we can also divide it into a prepositional by the word with, another noun phrase that we can divide it into determiner by the word a adjective into the word by the word lovable, and another noun by the word, well, panda. And the final one, we have an adverb, which was indicated by the word recently. So that is all from my explanation. Thanks for your attention, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.